do the or what's today because we don't have time for it. But when we left off, you had journeyed to the city of the King of Swords and gotten inside the palisade and decided that you were going to split up and that Blythe and Noan were going to head for the palace and check in with Noan's father, let him know that he's home and safe and accompanied by some friends. And Paul and Isla were headed to the Rising Sun Tavern to wait for Blythe and Noan to come back and report on what's going on. Also to sort of get the feel of what's going on in the city, kind of keep your ears open and figure out what's going on. And you all intended to spend the night or stay the night or several nights at Noah's club, where he has a membership, the Two Flails. The House of the Two Flails. And we're going to allow no one to describe that when that time comes. So with that, you have not yet split up yet, so you can do whatever you want to do as you're sort of inside the city and tell me what you're doing as you get ready to do your planned adventures.
A real quick reminder, I used the aura to make myself divination wizard.
Yes, you made yourself into a divination wizard to outward appearance, yes. Change the nature and the flavor of your magic.
But she doesn't look any different, right? Like visually.
I don't believe
it does have mask. Yeah, I'm gonna, instead of being the dark green skinned, I'm gonna kind of lighten it up almost to a human tan.
So I'm going to say you achieve very much a human look because the card that I drew for that is, I'm going to show you, Page of Cups. And you all remember the Page of Cups.
Do we, though?
Oh, we do. We very definitely do.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Is this something that we witnessed or just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty. I love that card.
When she does that, Isla's going to kind of look at her and go, Blythe, you look lovely. I mean, you always look lovely, but you look like glamorous now.
Thank you. I guess going to the castle, it kind of fits, huh?
It does. You look so fancy.
I am scared out of my mind.
Well, that's just natural. You're meeting, how do I put this? You're meeting someone's father, and there are things that you two have probably done that, warrants you being a little nervous. Am I not helping? I don't feel like I'm helping.
I'm going to point out that you said she's meeting someone's father, and she is, but you meant no one's father.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Miss Wordsmith.
But I love that. Since Paul is there, does he have any reaction to that?
I don't know. Paul, do you have any reaction to the fact that Isla absolutely Freudian slipped and mentioned someone instead of no one?
I don't need you to do that.
I thought you're...
No.
That was a very definite Freudian slip. Huh?
No, I don't think so. He understands the context of the conversation.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, but, also, well, I guess we'll see when it happens, huh? And I'm going to give her a hug, and Isla, you and Paul be safe, okay?
Of course, you too, and just be yourself. Yourself is wonderful.
Yeah. I love you. Now, you guys go.
I was going to give her a kiss on the cheek and then kind of like pull Paul towards the tavern.
All right. So you and Paul set off for the tavern. I'm going to come back to you. We're first going to go with what Nolan and Blythe experience on your way to the palace. Nolan, you see Blythe before you. She's the same height. She hasn't changed in height. But she's now a rather voluptuous and glamorous looking human woman with very, very long dark hair.
Blythe, you're looking as good as ever.
Thanks. I wish I had the confidence of this body. Did you grow up here?
Yeah, I grew up in the castle.
This is
I
a
have a
nice
room
town.
up there. What was that?
It's a pretty nice town.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as a kid.
Do you have any favorite spots? Maybe you can show me on the way?
Well, I can show you my club after we get back. There's a great bakery. They make amazing cakes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You could probably pick one up for Isla. She'd love it.
Oh, she would. Do they have like fruit tarts so that she could squish it for her gods?
Yeah, they make all kinds of things.
Awesome.
Depending upon the fruit, we could put a request in. They might be able to go out and get it by the time we're done. Saying hi to my father.
Yeah, Are you nervous?
Very.
I can't imagine. Well, I mean, I guess I can imagine. Have you ever been down this alley here?
I've been everywhere. What do you see? Where do you want to go?
Right here. I have an idea.
Okay.
And as we step into the alley, I'm gonna okay, I need you to turn your brain off for a second.
Okay.
And as he kind of closes his eyes, and I'm gonna take his hands in mine, and I'm going to cast maniacal desires. And basically, what I want to do is bypass teaching him the spell inflict wounds by imprinting it directly into his mind.
All right. Is there a save on that?
Constitution DC 14. No, it would be 15 because that's what my spell save is.
Okay.
Right. So let's have a con save from you, please, Noah.
No.
15 on the dot.
Nice.
You rolled a 15. You do learn the spell. You finish learning the spell, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the card that I drew for this particular situation. And I think it really explodes with the sort of meaning that we're looking at. It is mind blowing. Both the process of learning the spell and of having her cast the spell on you.
What spell was it, and how do I add it? Manage spells is not.
You get inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds.
So let's see. That would be under.
Oh, I need to do something weird. I forget how to do this.
Yeah, feats and traits, I believe. And it would be Warlock, maybe?
Oh yeah, that's pretty much perfect.
Mm,
Let me try a warlock. Oh, fuck me. Nice. Wild. Also, I could give you the stuff for it, Alex.
mhm.
Okay, it would be under wizard, so you might have to do it like that. Hold on 1 second, baby. And and then, oh, Wild, do you want to do the Alleyman's coin real quick? I'll take heads.
All
Or
right.
no, Alex, you choose heads or tails.
I like your tail.
Okay.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
god.
tails it is.
Oh my god.
Let me roll the damage. Okay.
All right, tails it is.
So I take 5 damage. As she comes, as she goes in and she imprints the spell on your mind. She's trying to stay just on task, but she starts to kind of wander through your mind a little bit, and catching herself, she draws herself back into her body, and as she does so, uh, uh, you would see her face just kind of wince in pain, and she lets go of your hands, and uh, I I know that you don't do the blood magic. It's not working for you. So we're going to the castle, and I didn't want you to be. I just thought that maybe it would help a little bit.
I appreciate it. Appreciate the knowledge, but are you okay?
Yeah, it's just a headache. And also, Wild, would you pull a card for the mania?
Yep, doing it now. All right. I'm going to leave this up to you because the card that I pulled is really apropos and also really open. And if I had to read that, I would say that the process of knowing, absorbing knowledge from you this way engenders its own obsession.
Oh
Like he's
my.
now truly obsessed with learning more magic, especially this way.
Weird ass mystical shit.
I fucking card, man.
You made him a magic addict.
Is
He's
he a
gonna
magic
be.
addict or is he a blind addict?
Both. He's both.
He's gonna be sucking dick for spells.
Fucking amazing. So yeah. I mean, there's antlers and everything, guys.
Oh my god. Oh god.
It is a very known card.
Yeah. Jesus.
So yeah, pick how you want that obsession to manifest. I told you how I would read it, but I'm leaving you in charge of it.
Okay.
No, not you, Blythe.
Mm, mm.
Oh.
She cast the spell.
No, I would let it manifest in the madness, since we know that it's an addiction to magic.
Addiction to learning. Addiction to learning magic. Specifically to learning magic from you.
Oh God. There is a weird teacher-student thing going on here, and I am here for it.
Now you should be a little bit more prepared. Now, also, my grandfather's going to know that and possibly be immune to it. Just so you know. Also, I've never done that before, so I'm sorry if there was like any repercussions or anything.
Oh,
Knowing it
don't.
felt like the best hit of the best weed of the best opportunity of your life. She rooted around in your mind, and it literally blew your mind. I mean, with the Horizon card followed by weird ass mystical shit, this was the best trip ever.
No, don't be sorry. You have the best ideas. Whenever you have another one, I'm here for it.
It might take some time. That I wasn't prepared for it. But yeah, we got a whole spell book, right?
That you do, yeah.
Okay. We should go now.
One more?
Oh,
I don't have the strength. I mean, it might kill me.
No, okay, yeah, no. Let's go to the bakery and order that cake or tart for Isla.
Don't you think we should go on the way so that it's fresh?
Well, we can order it and pick it up on our way back.
That is a great idea. Let's go. And as she's walking, the pain in the leg, it's more hurting her soul as opposed to the physical body. She's with the intrusiveness of the way that she had did this. It's kind of weighing on her consciousness. It's
Right. I see that. I need you to roll perception.
it's a darker magic, almost worse than necromancy and blood magic in ways.
Mm-hmm. It's a death magic.
Am I rolling perception or her?
No, it's Blythe.
Okay.
You realize that you are using magic that is darker, and you used magic that is darker than you have ever used before for personal gain. And you know the rule of magic: first do no harm, and what you do comes back on you threefold. You know that these rules are set in place for a reason. You know that your grandfather broke them over and over again. And you know that you're headed down the same pathway. And that it is only your infernal side that is allowing you to use magic with sort of without impunity, or with impunity. The idea that if you were not of an infernal nature, your spells would already be coming back on you a little bit. You also realize that the most recent spell you cast, the maniacal desires, the desire on your part was to transmit knowledge, but you instilled that obsession with knowledge in your student to a point of mania. And he is now obsessed with you. And at least a little bit confused as to which form he's obsessed with.
damn.
So she's gonna uh, put her head down, and since the night with the spirit of the woods, where he came to me as my grandfather, to Noan as the king, and to Isla as the owl. She's kept that locked iron book on her hip, and she's gonna kind of put her hand on the book, and in her head she thinks, I am so sorry. This is all wrong. But with her hand on that book, the aura of the darkness and the other evil energies that are coming up from it, it's kind of soothing as it throbs in her fingertip.
Oh, it's seductive.
Yeah, very much so. And she kind of rubs it, and then shakes off the sadness and the shame, and she rights her head and kind of holds her head up a little bit more proudly than she usually does. And, well, are you coming? And she starts walking back to the exit of the alleyway.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And the card I drew is very emblematic of that influence coming over you.
Damn.
Right.
Our little girl is turning bad.
No. No.
Not so much bad, but she's leaning into the power of her
Conflicted.
magic. Yeah, she's leaning into the power of her magic and getting a little bit beguiled by it.
Yeah. So we walk out and head towards the bakery.
All right.
We're getting a fucking cupcake, bitches.
Market cupcakes, bitches. All right. And you go into the bakery. Describe the bakery for me, please, Noan.
No.
Oh hell! It's nothing that special. Kind of like a hole in the wall bakery, you know. Just kind of like two doors, alleyway. You can kind of see a little presentation. Obviously, big kitchen in the back, counter on the side. And an elf manning the cash register, waiting for orders.
Okay. That absolutely works. As you enter the atrium of the building, you find yourself in front of. I'm drawing a card here. Hold on. In front of the Broken Tower Bakery. And out in front, there is an old battlement from part of the former city walls that is cracked in half and is incorporated into the wall of the building. Inside, you find the large kitchen, shelves, the smell of bread, the smell of caramelized sugar, all of the things that you would associate with a really good bakery, and a cheerful elf behind the counter.
Hey, how are you doing today?
Oh, hey, good morrow. Well, thank you. Can I help you?
Yeah, we want to order. Blythe, what did we want to order for Arla?
Cupcakes. And a tart. So that way she can. Do you have something? Are you okay, Nolan?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Do you happen to have a a fruit pastry that would be good enough for gods?
For gods. Oh, well, let me think for a moment. You said you were placing an order. This is for pickup in the future. How far in the future are we talking about?
Does tonight sound good, Nolan?
You're muted, baby.
Yeah, we should be back by nightfall.
Oh, okay. So for 8 hours or so? Yes. I think by that time we can have something that. This time of year, there's not a lot of fresh fruits available. We do have several different varieties of dried fruits, and of course, there is always the persimmons, and those are quite auspicious, holy to quite a lot of faiths. Would a persimmon tart be I mean, you know what? Honestly, a persimmon tort would be a better choice.
Uh, would you lay it on the altar for your god if your god was a pastry type of god?
Oh, by all means, I have. We have often taken our finest goods to many of the temples around town. And the persimmon tort is certainly one of the things that we have offered in the past.
Uh, should we get a few, Nolan?
Yeah, we can get one for everyone if you'd like one, or if you want something different.
Well,
Get whatever you want.
how about we give you our season's pie, which is a mixture of multiple dried fruits, and the persimmon tort. We could have both of those ready for you. And you said cupcakes as well?
Yes. And
Oh.
I'm gonna kind of lean up on my tiptoes and whisper softly because I know that Paul has been banned from here, and more than likely everybody at one time knew his name. So I'm gonna be like, what do you think that was Paul's favorite in the castle? What was what was the best thing that they served in the castle?
She's asking you, Nolan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking. I've always been a fan of the apple pie.
That sounds like him. It's simple and yeah, let's get that.
All right, and we have some very fine a nut harvest this year with some nut cupcakes. Would be I mean walnut and some hazelnut cupcakes be satisfactory?
I think so.
Sounds
All
good
right,
to me.
so a persimmon tort, an all fruits pie, and some hazelnut cupcakes.
Yes,
All right, that'll be fine then. I will have all of that ready for you in approximately 6 to 8 hours.
that is awesome. Thank you.
Have a good day.
What we drew for baking cards, so you guys get to decide what you're going to do with that. We have Dear Queen. That was the first one that came up with any kind of baking reference.
The 1950s atomic
Uh-huh.
bomb. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh shit. Does that mean that the pies are potions of healing?
And this is where we got nut cupcakes from. This is the back of Isla's favorite card.
Aw.
Hee hee hee. Ah! Oh my god, it's the squirrel one.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love that card.
It is
Oh
cutesy.
my god.
So we've got an order for a persimmon tort. I'll write it in the channel. Persimmon tort. I mean, not much fruit available in winter, guys.
No. That's why pecan pies are a big thing right now.
Yeah, all fruits pie, which is made from dried fruit, and hazelnut cupcakes. Okay, so that's in the channel there for you to remember what you ordered.
Yay.
So with that, you place your order, and he tells you that when everything is ready, it will be 10 silver.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back later to pick it up. Should really get on to see my father. Doesn't like it when I'm late.
Yeah. This is gonna be exciting, huh?
That's one word to describe it.
So, what do you think? Like, when we get there, what do you think's gonna happen?
I'm hoping it's just a quick interaction of let them know that I'm back here, ready for some school in a little bit, but I don't know. Depends if he's having a good day or a bad day.
Are you gonna ask him about the undead incursion?
Yeah, I can do that.
And as we're walking towards the thing, hey, Nolan,
Yes, Blythe?
I was just wondering, there's been something that I've wanted to do, and,
Oh, another good idea?
probably not. Okay, I'm gonna be straight with you. I have been using the darker aspects of magic, and I was able to undo some of the damage that my grandfather did through the same kind of magic. Of course, I don't think it would have worked any other way. But
What are you talking about?
I was able to regrow my leg fully.
Oh, wow.
I had to use the blood of a innocent creature, rabbits, breakfast for the last couple of days. So, I mean, nothing went to waste, you know? It can't be that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just wondering, I've never done it with anybody else. Would you dance with me? Like after all this stuff's done. So that way when I go to dance and Isla starts dancing too, I won't be too awkward. I mean, I really, the last person I want to laugh at me is Paul and Isla. I mean, I look up to them, you know?
Mm-hmm. I'd love to have the first dance.
Thanks. Uh, how much further?
It's just up the road. You can see the gates from here.
Oh, that's fucking huge. You lived in that?
Mm-hmm. Second
Did
to
you
the top floor.
Did you get lost?
No, I had someone when I was a kid to show me around.
Was it Paul?
Kind of looked like him. I don't really remember. Just remember having a lot of fun playing with
Roll
him.
perception. Roll perception, Noah.
Okay. 25, not 20.
Oh my goodness. All right. That was a nat 20. And I'm going to say that with this particular card, which represents the whole campaign and has always represented the whole campaign, you have
It's a bag of dicks.
a flash of insight, which is what the star represents in the first place. And you realize that yes, when she asked you that question, yeah, the person that you remember as your mentor and guide and babysitter, if you will, when you were a child, the one that first taught you to hold a sword, was indeed a very much younger Paul.
No shit. I think it was Paul.
Oh my god.
How did I not know before?
Well, when was the last time that you got lost in the castle?
I don't know, 7 or 8.
He would remember a very much brighter version of Paul.
And I'm going to say a less fully adult lion. I mean, you wouldn't have had the
Right.
full mane and so forth. You were younger.
Oh my god, a little Simba Paul. I'm dying.
But now Paul is older, grizzled, gray.
Big old scars on his
Right.
face.
Not as muscled.
He's a Scar Paul
But-
now.
Oh
He's got,
man,
old man strength.
Oh.
he's not Kohan the barbarian.
Yeah, co.
Maybe not quite that old.
Big ass.
But not only in like what you would see, but also in his demeanor would have been much more happy, loose.
Pretty much a completely different person.
Yep.
Did he make you eat bread, rice, water?
No, that Paul would have been a courtier and eaten everything that was at court.
I never had it.
Absolutely. Very fancy, very posh. Aristocrat.
Oh my god. I see what you did there.
Go ahead, Noah, we interrupted you. We interrupted you, Noah. Go ahead, please.
No, I said, no, I've never had that.
So it must be a new thing. Maybe the reason why he eats that shitty food is he thinks that he needs to be punished.
Roll
That's
insight.
sad.
Roll insight, please, Blythe.
Do you remember anything about your brother?
Faintly. I remember someone else there as a kid, but he left. I
Okay, with that 9, you do think that there's a possibility that it might be a punishment diet or an austerity diet, or possibly some sort of reason for his health. You're not sure.
Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna kind of touch you on your arm, like it's okay. And I am going to cast enhance ability on you. And shit. Give you Owl's wisdom, which will give you wisdom advantage on wisdom check for the next hour.
All right, and wisdom is an insight modifier, so I will give you insight instead of history to recall what you can of your brother with advantage.
So you said insight with advantage.
I was trying to think of what would be best dealing with Dad, and I'm like, oh,
6, nat 1.
With advantage?
Jesus.
Try.
I believe that's what the red circle was.
Yeah, no. The red circle means nat 1.
So
Roll again.
Yeah, you have advantage. Roll again. There you go.
Well, I right clicked and did the advantage roll. So
Oh, so it was a nat 1 with advantage.
yeah, double ones. Fuck.
Damn.
I'm going to go with the 16 there.
You are a kind, loving DM.
DM's privilege here because I want to get through this lore. I am going to draw from the regular tarot deck so that we have a card that signifies no one's brother that does not come from the cards that we've been looking at. This is what I came up with. So with this, we're going to go ahead and make up who's who and what someone is.
I'm excited about creating a new human.
Mm-hmm.
Or elf.
Elf, not human, elf.
Elf. Oh.
So, Meta, Gala, you have some experience with the tarot. Go ahead and interpret the card if you want to.
Never mind, baby. It's not important. I forget what one the magician was. Hold on. I remember it was good. And it doesn't pertain to trickery as opposed to actual magic. I fucking forget. I went blank.
The magician is someone who is a consummate politician.
Yeah, that's right.
Someone who can juggle multiple lines of reasoning and come out on top. Someone who is calm in most realms and elements. A person that is hard to surprise, at home in many places, and a person who balances play and work and study well. They're a well-rounded person. They tend to be passionate. They tend to be intense. And they tend to be somebody who is really keen on their own goals. What they want to do, they want to do.
Free will and good luck. Do you have any idea of whatever happened to him?
No, he left when I was young. My father doesn't speak of him much anymore.
He left at the same time Paul was exiled from the castle when you were we're going to say 6 years old.
Yeah, and I think that's about the time Paul left too. That's why I got lost later. I didn't have him to follow.
It's weird how everything comes around in a circle, huh?
Indeed it is.
So are you ready?
Sorry, what?
Are you ready to go in the castle?
I guess ready as ever.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, and you enter through the castle proper, over a drawbridge and a deep moat, and we're going to break away from the two of you there and go to what's going on with Paul and Isla because we are at 3:15 and we're running out of time. So I want to at least get something from both parties into the session today, and we'll come back to you at the palace later on. Paul, Isla, it is mid-morning. You've made your way through the town. You found your way to the very large, and ornate, and beautifully maintained House of the Two Flails and the Rising Sun Tavern right beside it.
Oh God.
I missed that. Say that last part again, please.
I said, it's mid-morning. You've broken away from the other two and you wandered through the edge of the town. You found your way to the very large, very ornate, very well maintained, very beautiful building that is the House of Two Flails with the Rising Sun Tavern right beside it.
And the agreement between the four of us was that we were going to meet each other back at the Rising Sun Tavern, right?
Right. You were going to wait at the Rising Sun Tavern for no one to come back and reserve rooms for you at the House of Two Flails.
An opium den.
As soon as Paul sees it's the two flails, he remembers what it is.
Oh.
No. Absolutely not.
Wait, no what?
Nothing. And you said there's an inn next door as well?
Next door is the tavern.
Does the tavern have an inn?
No, it does not.
The
It
Flails
is.
has it in.
It's the House of Two Flails. The Rising Sun Tavern is the tavern associated. It's right next door and sort of connected to the building. It's just a tavern.
All right. Well, in we go.
Are we going to the tavern?
Just lead the way, Isla.
Well, Isla's gonna go into the tavern simply because that's where they were told to wait. So she'll kind of like lead the way in there.
It is mid-morning. The tavern is not at all busy. There's 3 or 4 customers in there, mostly well-to-do looking people. They don't appear to be travelers. It's much more merchants, businessmen type thing. The tavern itself is being cleaned thoroughly by its staff as they're getting ready for their night's business. So there's a couple people washing windows, a few others cleaning the tables and changing the chairs around, resetting the chairs and so forth. The few customers that are there are gathered at one table over by the fireplace, which is sort of prominent in the front of the tavern. And there's a bartender behind the bar, scrubbing the counters, washing the glasses, doing what happens in bars at 10 a.m. in the morning.
I want to roll perception.
All right, go ahead.
like to also roll perception just to get a feel of like what's in here.
Feel free.
19.
19 from Paul. That's
Fucking
beautiful.
6.
Okay.
I'm
Isla, your eyes are having a little bit of difficulty adjusting from the bright sun inside. So for you, it's a little bit shadowed and a little bit, not clear. Paul, you
See,
very
Paul closed his
definitely.
eyes 3 seconds before he walked into the bar.
Yep, you knew what to do. You came in and you see the maids, the tavern maids cleaning the windows. You see the bartender behind the bar cleaning the glasses. You see the group of merchants over at the table by the fire. You see the room itself being cleaned and cleared and prepared for the night. You see a tavern that is upscale from a normal village tavern. There are glasses, not just mugs. There are
Right. But
many bottles on the back wall behind the bar, not just kegs that have been tapped. The kegs are,
exactly.
yeah,
I expected that. That's why I wanted to roll perception.
yep.
See, I feel like Paul, if he's gonna possibly bump into someone that may know who he is, it would be in an upper echelon type of place. So I
With the
wanted to see
19,
if there's
with the 19, nobody looked up at you other than the bartender who said, "Oh, good morning."
and no one looks familiar to me.
No, not as such, not yet.
And fair enough.
They look like well-to-do merchants. You can't see them clear enough to recognize any of them yet. If it.
Excuse me. I want to kind of go to a side booth,
All right.
not one that's so in the corner that it looks like I'm trying to hide or be unapproachable, but kind of off to the side.
Yeah, there's a kind of an L shape to the room, a sort of broad L. The one table that's by the fireplace is in the short end of the L. There's another table over in front of the window, sort of as you walk in, you kind of go to your right, and there's a table off over in front of the window that's away from the fireplace. And then the large portion of the room stretches the length of the bar, kind of going backwards towards the back wall. And there seems to be a small dais or stage against the back wall where you realize at night there's probably music.
All right.
So if you want to take the seat by the window, you can, or you could just pull up a chair in the larger room over by the stage or the area.
By the window's good.
Okay.
Can we see the entryway from the window?
Yes, you can see the entryway of the bar. You can also see the street outside.
How many
And
exits do I see?
if you lean sort of into the window bay, you can see the entrance to the House of the Two Flails.
Is there an exit at the back of like behind the bar?
You see the entrance that you came in, and behind the bar, you do see a stairwell exit going downwards, which you think probably leads to a wine cellar, as well as a doorway, which is a swinging door and appears to be a kitchen.
Is it the type of bar that goes all the way across the full width of the room, or does it break away?
It
like
goes the full width of the
like a flip top table.
Yeah, it goes the full width of the long part of the room. It does not extend into the short part of the L, which is why there's room for the table and the fireplace.
Okay. Let's sit here, Isla. And I'm going to sit where I can see the entrance.
Okay, yeah. So you sit with your back to the wall so you can see the table on the other side where the merchants are sitting. And you can see out the window. You can see the entrance. You can kind of watch the kitchen. You can watch the bartender. Everybody.
And it's in the cornerish, so acoustics too.
Yep.
Isla's
Isla,
gonna. Yeah, she'll sit across from him, so like her back is to the entrance, but she's still kind of like blinking away the sunlight and trying to get a clear view of the room.
The room, it's itself is very well decorated, very well adored.
Yes.
Ida,
Yes, Paul.
the next time you would maybe walk into a place like this, where it's dark, close your eyes a few instances before you walk in.
I wasn't expecting it to be this dark, honestly. I thought it was just going to be brightly lit, but it's very dark.
But learning experience, and yes,
Yes, exactly. Oh, yes. That's a good way to look at it. Should we order something so we don't look out of place? Because I feel like we might be waiting here for a bit.
And just as
Sure.
you say that, the barmaid comes up and, towel sort of tucked into the waist of her apron because she's been washing windows. She comes up and says, folks, can I help you?
hot tea for me.
Hot tea? Oh, can do. Yes, and you, miss?
Oh, I will have a glass of water, also a hot tea, and do you have any fruit?
We have some dried fruit.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, okay. I can bring you we call it the house mix. It's got some nuts and fruits in it. Basically granola.
Do you have any lemon this time of year?
No, not until after the spring feast. But we do have I mean, quite a lot of apples.
Could we
Not quite the same.
could we also
But
get just a little bit of raw meat, like cut up into bite-sized chunks, and she points to the blink dog for our pet over here.
oh yes,
Oh yeah, yeah, that's no problem. We do. It won't be raw, but we have a provision that we make for several of our customers bring in pets, and we have a provision we make for them. It's kind of a meat stew. It's made without seasoning. Perfectly healthy for them.
Oh, good.
put some rice in that with it for him.
Yes, no problem, sir, no problem. And she leaves and she brings over a large brown Betty teapot and 2 teacups and a pitcher of water as well with a glass for you, Isla. A bowl of sort of a mixed granola, which is toasted nuts and grains and dried fruits and things all together in one bowl, and a bowl of an unseasoned sort of really basic gravy and meat chunk stew over rice for the dog.
Is there a bowl of water for the dog too?
She brings over a clay bowl for the water for the dog too.
Excellent. Man, I'm so glad you remember that dang dog.
Isla's gonna set the dog bowls up onto the table, like next to her, and invite the dog to jump up so he can like sit at the table
Isla,
like a people.
Isla,
What?
no,
What?
no.
What?
That's
Why not?
no. We're not going to do that. Not here.
But he sits so well. Look at him. He sits so pretty.
And he blinks onto the table.
No!
What's his name again?
I don't think we named him.
You haven't named him yet.
Blink, get it down, please.
Off the
Please.
table. No.
So Paul moves the bowls down onto the ground, and the dog, of course, follows where the food goes. No problem.
Good boy. Good Blink. Yeah, not here. We're in public.
Yeah,
You know.
no, I see your point. That did not go as I planned. I thought he was gonna sit
Yeah, but-
at the table like a people.
I mean, it's a Blink dog, so likely will sit where it wishes most of the time.
Fair enough.
But
Sorry.
what do we call it? You can speak to animals, right?
Oh, yes, that's right. I absolutely can.
Well, let's see if he has a name. What is it? A he?
I don't know. I'll ask. And
It's very definitely a he.
She's gonna cast Beast
I'm
Bond.
looking.
He's
Yeah,
looking.
Paul, you see that it's a he. Isla doesn't know.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a he.
And she casts Beast Bond and hello, Blink Dog.
Food.
Yes.
Good food.
Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoy it. It's yes, it's quite high end. It's better than the rations we've been feeding you, I feel like.
Yeah, good food.
What's your name?
Name.
Do you have a name?
Name.
Yes, a name. Like what should we call you?
What's a name?
Well, it's something that we would say if we wanted to get your attention.
Well, you call me Blink.
Do you
And
just want
dog.
well, yes, but do you want something a little more personalized?
BD.
I, I, I am me.
You are you. All right, that's fair. How about we just keep calling you Blink? D- does that work?
You keep feeding me?
Yeah, of course we'll keep feeding you.
You call me anything you want.
But but I feel like we need to get on the same page so that when we say something, you know that we're talking to you specifically.
Why do you talk to me? This is
Because
strange.
well, we like you.
I like you too. You have good food.
I feel like this is a very one-sided relationship, and that's all
And
right.
he's licking the bowl. He's a dog.
Isla's gonna look at Paul and be like,
Isla,
"Oh yeah, yes, Paul.
give him a little scratch behind the ears, and maybe it won't be so one-sided.
Oh," and she'll give him a scritch behind both ears with both hands. She's just scritching him.
And he absolutely leans into it, groans, rubs his head against you, and starts scratching his belly with his back paw.
I found a puppy spot.
What's he got to say to that?
Do you like that?
It's good.
Oh, it sounds like he might be slightly dying, but in a good way.
It's good.
I mean, there seems to be a debate on his name.
He said we
I,
can call him whatever we want, as long as we keep feeding him.
oh, did you ever have a dog growing up?
I never had one, but I was around dogs.
Yeah, I never had one either.
Oh, then I feel like we're not entirely qualified for this, but I feel like we should keep calling him Blink since he's used to it.
That seems appropriate.
All right, your
And
name
he's
is
going to lay
Blink now.
his after you finish scratching his ears, he lays his damp, slightly juicy mouth and nose on your lap, Paul, because you gave him the food.
All right, and I'm gonna just stroke his head.
And he just kind of leans into you, and Isla, you hear him kind of groaning again with
No,
the blissful sigh of good.
this is, I guess, kind of like raising um the horse.
It could be, except I feel like Blink is much
No,
more
I Briggs.
cuddly than a horse.
Well, Briggs was quite the cuddler when he was a foal.
Oh, well, Blink likes
You'll
you. He's
see,
making all sorts of noises.
you'll see the closest thing to a smile.
Oh.
It always happens with Isla too.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I was like, she probably can't wait to tell Blythe that she heard Paul's laugh.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
Anyway,
a moment.
so yeah, he's just petting the dog. Much like training a horse, I guess. You know, he was all about food too.
Isla's gonna kind of like subtly point at Paul's face and go, "You look I'm not gonna say completely happy, but you look kind of happy."
Bullshit.
No, It looks good on you.
Whatever. I like animals. It's all right.
Yeah, no, that's nothing wrong with that. If animals give you joy, then I am here for your joy.
Animal will only turn on you if you give it a reason.
That is true. They're very, what's the word? They're very
Loyal.
honest. And loyal, yes.
Honest.
You know if an
People.
animal doesn't like you and they don't lie, and unless you can talk to them, they probably won't tell your secrets.
People, on the other hand.
Roll insight, please, Isla.
Oh, okay. Nat 20 plus 7, 27.
Yeah.
All right,
Well, damn.
Paul.
You got a psychic.
What is she gleaning from your understanding that you're talking of specific situations?
It takes a lot for Paul to fully trust someone, in particular to the extent that he trusts Isla. Because someone who he very much cared for in a very specific way also hurt him very badly.
Oh my.
But that also spared his life.
And Isla knows that story, so I'm assuming she knows he's kind of referring subtly to someone.
But I think you realize that he's referring to the way that the court betrayed him, the way that he was treated by the court, the way he was treated by someone, the way he was treated by someone's father, whom he served faithfully. And
With that nat 20, I'm going to give it to Isla that he actually sees someone as kind of the hero.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
It was either that and banishment or just death.
Mm-hmm.
So,
How big is this table between them? Like how like can she
it's
reach him?
It's a normal two top.
She's gonna kind of reach across the table and like pat his hand. And she looks very understanding and compassionate, and she says, I know what happened based on what, you let me read and what you've told us. And I think I agree with you. Well, at least I agree with whatever's happening on your face. I know it hurt, obviously, but I think, someone did the best he could for you.
indeed.
My battery's going to die, guys. I'm at 3%.
Oh, shit.
So, give me a minute, and I'll be right back. Okay? Give me a few
Okay.
minutes to charge up, and we'll talk. We'll get to in just a few minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Totally.
Oh my gosh.
This is getting pretty intense all the
Right.
way around. I feel like we're like, you know how like you're reaching the end of the campaign and you got that BBG battle and all of the fucking stories are coming around full circle. I feel like this is that.
But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's only like the midpoint though. This is insane. Like we're coming around with all the stories, but we haven't even done anything.
Right? It's all been just character growth and shit.
It's so good.
Like, we're at the end of season 1.
Yeah, I feel like we're peaking on season 1 of character development.
About to have a cliffhanger.
That'd be fucked up. Damn it, Wilde, I'm mad. Nah.
I just love Paul's reaction to seeing the two flails. He just went, no.
Oh man, that's a horrible fucking image, Corey.
Oh my god.
And I don't think I'm gonna have to describe it this game.
No, I don't think you will.
I'll try and put a surprise in for each of you.
Yeah, I know 2 parts of what the two flails looks like on the inside, and when Alex was like, "Oh, I have another idea," I was like, "Don't fucking tell me. I want to be surprised."
Don't do it.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Watch out, buddy.
uh, oh, gee.
He did that on purpose. Don't be thinking. Don't feel bad for him. This is fucking 100% fake cough. Motherfucking Fox News cough.
Oh my god, Fox News call.
Bullshit. Yep.
Oh,
Where
God.
did my fucking knife go? I lost my
Help.
blade.
Help.
She's got the knife.
Oh god, is it already in between your ribs?
It's an all-foul. So
It's an awful knife.
yes, it's an awful knife. Fuck, what was I getting it for? Oh yeah.
Ooh, she forgot. Saved
I
again.
forgot.
I love squirrels. Shoo. Alex got it.
I did not.
That's all
It
that
went
matters.
over my head.
Whoosh.
Whoosh.
Whoosh outside your head.
Oh baby, in our
Bird,
like
bird.
private DM group chat, you should send them my sleep talk recording.
Oh man.
Okay.
Hearing your cute little snore.
Oh my
Aww.
god. The sleep talking though, he made me listen to it and like I started sweating profusely. Like it is mortifying.
It ain't that bad.
It's so
Paula's got a very similar little cute snore.
Oh my god, shut up.
Her mouth will be all open.
Oh my god. Did you guys literally hear me snoring though?
Yes.
And it's
Yes, we
on.
did.
It's on the recording.
It's also recorded.
No.
Yeah, but oh,
No.
man. But yeah, we
hold on.
we
We-
stopped the
we
recording
literally-
shortly after.
We literally had a moment of silence.
No.
You did.
You guys
Okay,
are assholes.
my phone is low battery and we're at 3:45. So I vote we table this right now and come back to this with Isla and Paul having their conversation in the Rising Sun. And I would like to go ahead and open this to you guys to see what you think. I'm perfectly willing to continue this evening after Vicky and Alex get home if you guys want to.
I'm
Well,
down.
I
We're
don't
not
really see a problem with that.
Yeah, we're not gonna be there for more than what, like 3 hours tops. That's pushing it for us.
All right, that'll let my
Make it
phone
two.
charge.
Make it 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably be too.
that'll let my phone charge, and we'll just continue the game. We'll pick up with Isla and Paul in the tavern.